Welcome back to This Day in Scottish History. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald. Today we journey back to the 29th of April, 1769, when a brilliant mind from Greenock, Scotland, secured a patent that would change the world forever. That man was James Watt, and his innovation, the separate condenser for the steam engine, became a catalyst for the Industrial Revolution. And if you're curious about other fascinating events that happened on this day in history, be sure to check out my blog at bagtownclans.com/thisday. The link will be in the description. The steam engine, prior to Watt's time, was already in existence thanks to earlier inventors like Thomas Newcomen, but it was cumbersome, inefficient, and prone to enormous energy losses. Engines needed to heat and cool the same cylinder repeatedly, wasting precious time and fuel. For industries that were beginning to grow in the 18th century, mining, textiles, and manufacturing, this inefficiency was a massive bottleneck. James Watt was a man of quiet intensity and endless curiosity. Working as an instrument maker at the University of Glasgow, he encountered a model of the Newcomen engine that didn't perform well. Most would have accepted the flaws as inevitable. Watt did not. He saw the crux of the problem. The engine cylinder had to be cooled down and reheated with every stroke. If only the steam could be condensed in a separate place, he reasoned, the main cylinder could remain hot, vastly improving efficiency. In a flash of insight, Watt designed a separate condenser, an addition that allowed steam to be cooled in an entirely different chamber, preserving the heat of the main cylinder. This seemingly simple innovation slashed energy consumption and doubled the engine's efficiency. On April 29th, 1769, Watt secured British patent number 913, protecting his invention and setting into motion a revolution that would power cities, industries, and empires. But having a brilliant idea and bringing it into widespread use are two very different things. Watt struggled financially and lacked the resources to commercialize his engine. Enter Matthew Boulton, a savvy English entrepreneur who recognized Watt's genius and had the means to bring his inventions to the world. Together, they founded Boulton and Watt, a partnership that would dominate the steam engine market for decades. Watt's improved steam engine transformed industries that had once been limited by the availability of water power. Factories were no longer tethered to rivers, they could spring up anywhere. Mining operations could go deeper than ever before. Transportation would eventually be revolutionized as steam engines found their way onto ships and trains, shrinking the world and reshaping economies. Beyond the mechanical improvements, Watt's work introduced a new way of thinking about power itself. He even coined the term horsepower to help people understand the output of his engines, and the SI unit of power, the watt, is named in his honour. Watt's contribution wasn't just a better machine, it was a fundamental change in how humans harnessed and multiplied their labour and energy. Scotland, proud of her son, would see James Watt celebrated not just as an inventor, but as one of the architects of the modern world. His work embodies that spirit of Scottish ingenuity, persistence, and practical brilliance that has so often left an outsized mark on history. Today, James Watt's legacy lives on in every piece of machinery powered by engines and motors, from power plants to cars to factories. His separate condenser wasn't just a mechanical innovation, it was a spark that helped ignite the transformation from agrarian society to industrial powerhouse. Thank you for joining me today on This Day in Scottish History. I hope you've enjoyed this story of invention, perseverance, and the profound impact of one Scotsman's vision. Don't forget to check out my blog for more historical events at bagtownclans.com/thisday. Tune in tomorrow for another journey through Scotland's remarkable past. I'm Colin MacDonald. Haste you back.